Welcome to Columbus Connections. I am your host, David Britt, and this is an amazing time of year. The weather is good, football is on every weekend. High school, college, SEC is doing what the SEC always does. But how many of you know we have so many outstanding athletes right here in our community? Now, many have gone on to the collegiate level, many have gone on to the professional level, but we have something celebrating our students right here, middle school and high school, that are doing amazing things on and off the field. And this has been going on for 16 years. We're talking about the 16th annual SportsVision High School Football Awards Luncheon. And one half of the mighty SportsVision team is here with me today, Mr. DJ Jones. How you doing?
I'm real good. How you doing?
Always good to see you. It seems like you just got up off the chair. It seems like we were just here talking about this,
yeah.
And it's right back here again.
Yes, it is. I tell you, it's a special time of year, obviously, the festivity with the Thanksgiving holidays and the Christmas holidays, but all of these football players, middle schoolers and high schoolers, man, celebrate this opportunity to be, I guess, celebrated and honored as we have done for 16 years.
Absolutely. Now, before we get into the awards luncheon, let's give a little bit of history. For anybody who may not know, now you're a Columbus native, a member of a championship Georgia football team, played in the NFL, but you're just one person on the SportsVision team. Talk about a little bit about yourself, how SportsVision came about, and how you all got to where you are right now.
Well, I've had the pleasure of course, growing up with a young man by the name of Dale Williams, who several years back got sick, and he's no longer able to work. But we made the adjustments, but this was a dream of ours a long time ago to have a show. Because we both grew up as brothers, basically, from University of States, and we played at Edgewood. We played first at the YMCA. We came up in the YMCA, but Dale was older than I was, so I was just a kid tagging along with him, and so I give him a lot of credit for my development as an athlete. But yeah, we started this thing, man. We went our separate ways, and we ended up going to college together. Finished in, we were on the national championship team. As I said, he's a little older, so he went on, and of course, after he graduated, and I finished up, went to the NFL, and obviously had my time there, and started into promotions and marketing with several different companies. And Dale was doing his thing with Georgia Crown and a few other companies, and it all came full circle. When I came back in '97, man, we decided that we wanted to do something in this community, and obviously after my career in the media here with WRBL and the radio. We started SportsVisions in 2004, and we haven't looked back. And it's just been such a blessing to be able to bless so many young people, because so many people poured into us. And I say that with respect to having a platform, this marketing media platform that we have, and just being able to honor our student athletes with so many crazy things going on in the streets today.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is the 16th annual awards luncheon. 16 years, so many people, and the important part is that many of them will go on to collegiate athletic careers, but even beyond that, whether or not they go to the pros, the character they've built, the hard work they've put in, the time they've had to put into the books to maintain their GPAs to be athletes, all goes into them being those elite award-winning athletes, and those are the things that build their character going further in life. So you've really helped highlight and give people encouragement to go further and live successful lives beyond their football careers.
And we were just speaking on it. You know, we got the 16 years that we've been doing this luncheon, this football awards luncheon, but we started this business 20 years ago. But the fact that we have 17, 18-year-old kids now, that many of those have gone on, and they're successful citizens in this community. They're fathers. They're professionals. It's just amazing that we've had our hands on those kids and given them something. And for many people, and I tell people all the time, that last luncheon that particular senior football player went through was probably the last time he put on his cleats and his helmet. And that luncheon, he'll remember that for the rest of his life, as of course these kids will on December the 7th.
Right. Now we got a coach. We always have a great coach coming in. Who's going to be our speaker this year?
Well, we're pleased to announce that we have Auburn's head coach, Hugh Freeze, who obviously has done a tremendous job so far this year. And Auburn is bowl eligible after several years of not being in that position. And we're pleased to have Coach Freeze. He's a veteran SEC guy. He has the Auburn folks excited. He has the SEC excited that the Auburn is now back competitive. And I'm glad that he's going to be coming here for our middle school kids and our high school kids to have this experience.
Right, and that's another thing. You guys will have the middle school students and coaches recognized as well. Why is that so important?
Well, the fact of the matter is that, we've grown this thing just tremendously since we started back in 2008 out at the Hilton Garden Inn with 155 people. And now it's 300, 400, 500 plus people. The fact that we have been able to go from just the Bi-City schools or the Muskogee County schools to, we got 30 high schools and we've added 15 middle schools to the tune of honoring over 100 players and coaches, on that day. And I tell you, man, we just had some wonderful people that have believed in what our mission has been. They love the fact that, we honor these kids in a professional way. And, Dale and I both, we have been a part of some of the most spectacular events, awards events, because again, like as from the University of Georgia to even when we started out with our Edgewood Red Devils, winning the championships that we've won. And again, just having, knowing and appreciating how much it meant to us really makes it easy for me to put this together.
Yeah. When we get these coaches from arguably the greatest collegiate conference there is, the SEC, there's some busy people because the SEC is a busy and competitive program. What makes it so important that we've had so many great coaches come down? What is it that keeps them coming year after year?
Well, I'd love to be able to tell you that Dale and I are just so spectacular, they just want to be in our presence. But the fact of the matter is this is a hotbed of wonderful football players, and the tradition goes back, many, many decades. And between Columbus, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas between, LaGrange and Marion County and up over in Lynette. I mean, this is a huge, as far as across America. I mean, you got 4 or 5 stars come out of here, probably 6, 7 every year. And this is a really, really strategic spot to basically anchor if you're a coach in the SEC. And, both, if you don't believe me, just the fact of the matter is Nick Saban's been at this awards luncheon 3 times. Right. Kirby Smart spoke for the second time last December at our 15th annual. And Dabo Swinney, another national championship coach several years back. But have to give a lot of credit to Mark Rick. Mark Rick, when we started this ceremony some 16 years ago, I said, well, as far as speakers, I played with a lot of guys, and so Kevin Butler, the All-American kicker from Georgia, and the Chicago Bears all-time leading scorer was a teammate of mine at Georgia. He was the very first one, and that spoke. And Steve Wallace, the great Auburn lineman, went on to play 3 Super Bowls with the San Francisco 49ers. Brinson Buckner, of course, Jeremiah Castile, a couple of homeboys that played at Clemson, as well as Jeremiah playing at Alabama and played in the pro. So, and again, Mark Rick was in the area, and he was, I guess he just found out about it. One of his assistants who was recruiting the area, and then I got a phone call, wanting to know, hey, how can I get involved? Can I be a part of that? Of course you can, Coach Rick. I'm a Bulldog, and whatever you want to do. And he was the first one that kicked it off in 2008 as the guest speaker. And from there, the phone would start ringing, or at least the fact of the matter is that coaches in the SEC, coaches across America in the Power 5, if you notice, it's just that, they're always trying to one-up each other. Yeah. So when Mark Rick set the precedence, of course, having the opportunity to speak at this luncheon up at the Hilton Garden Inn, the other coaches said, hey, look, I want my opportunity as well. So, and that's where we are now.
Yeah, sounds good. Tell us when and where the luncheon will be.
It will be on December the 7th, which is a Thursday. I always try to get the second Thursday, but it works out. But Thursday, December the 7th, 11:30 a.m. at the St. Luke Ministry Center in downtown Columbus. And they have been a tremendous for us. When we decided to move down there, we had Nick Saban for the first time in 2015. And obviously that 155-seat Hilton Garden Inn Hotel was not going to hold the fans that wanted to come out to support not just our athletes, but also to see this legendary coach.
Yeah, and you got great partners, great sponsors that help put this on. Tell us about them.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to work with these folks that, Dale and I are homeboys. We're hometown guys, and and to do something like this is a little unique, I would think, and a lot of these people that run these companies have known us over the years and have watched us over the years, and again, they respect what we have done. They've trusted us with their brand, with their logos, and with, of course, because of the reputation that we've had of course, not only blessing these kids, but celebrating them. And not only just on that day, what we call games. We have a sports talk show, radio and television, and we uplift these kids. Yeah, we talk about the colleges and we talk about the pros, but we talk about the high school student athletes as well. And I think that has a tremendous traction with regards to making this thing holistic and being the success it is.
Yeah, it's great from your position, from having been in Columbus, having gone to a championship school, having played in the NFL. You know what it's like sitting in those seats, and you're in a position that you're giving students something that you didn't get. How important is it to keep that going, to make sure that this next generation gets a full understanding of how appreciated they are for their hard work and how important that hard work is?
Well, you just said it. Dale and I both know, and we appreciate it when people poured into us, when people honored us, when they celebrated us. So again, to keep it going, I mean, you don't, it's to have been there and done that in for better words. It's nothing like having a first-class event, and this event is, whatever, I don't know what the reputation is around the community, but we've been told that this is probably one of the premier high school and middle school awards luncheons in the country, and of course, just coming from a couple of guys that just happen to be some pretty doggone good football coaches.
Wow, that's amazing. The 16th annual SportsVisions High School and Middle School Football Awards Luncheon. It is an awesome opportunity. It's a great thing to do. And we just appreciate you and Dale and your team for what you all do, because, again, it's not just about the sports. It's about the character it builds. It's about the hard work that these athletes and these coaches. It's so important that you're recognizing the coaches as well. The hard work that they've done to show that it's paying off and show how much they're appreciated for this community.
Well, we're excited to once again the 16th annual, and of course you have done a tremendous job over the years. This is a great opportunity to let the community know what's really going on.
All right. Amazing times from an amazing athlete for amazing athletes and coaches. Thank you to the community so much for your support. This is Columbus Connection.